Well, welcome back to how to draw football manager games, which is really what we are ending up doing. 10 unbeaten for us, which is fantastic. How many of these are draws? Most of them. Most of them are draws. We are really bad at winning football matches, but also, luckily, quite bad at losing them as well. Look at all that yellow. It really is an impressive sight. Anyway, we're back. Welcome back to surviving Bournemouth. I mean, I've not been, so maybe that is what you need to do. Saving Bournemouth is what we're actually called, and that's kind of done now. Let's just recap. Look at the table. We're eighth, 25 played, 37 on the table. It is, objectively speaking, not quite done, but realistically, it's pretty much done. 3 points needed to get that magical 40 mark that would pretty much assure us of safety. And when we actually look at the teams at the bottom, I don't think we're going to be caught by all three of them, or indeed any of them. So, I mean, Leicester really get relegated on the what we're seeing at the moment, which would be pretty nice maybe in the summer for some transfers. But anyway, that is beside the point, because first of all, today we have got the FA Cup fourth round replay against Southampton after we fought back from a very bleak position to, of course, draw the original playing of that one. Then we've got Wolves, we've got Watford, we've got Chelsea, and then we've got Southampton again in the league, and then potentially Burnley and Arsenal as well, depending on how things go. Maybe if I stop talking and press continue, we will get there. But just to check on the medical centre as well, which we need to do, because we are reaching a point whereby we may actually have David Brooks back in the team. He is still valued at £20 million, considering he's missed basically the entire season. You might be able to hear an ambulance for him. It was the ambulance taking him to hospital when he got his injury in the first place. It's just coming back to haunt him. But hopefully today we will. Well, yeah, we might be able to get him back. He might be able to come back. It was actually a fire engine, but we'll cut that bit. Anyway, so hopefully we'll have David Brooks back and available for us soon. Obviously, he's left-footed, whereby he's not natural in that position. He's not natural playing on the left. However, I think with a bit of training he should be fine. We need to get some of his technicals off a little bit. He's declined quite a lot because of his injury physically as well. But we'll be excited to see him back. Chris Mepham as well, who's been out for a very long time. Certainly feels like that. He should be back too. Jordan Ibe, not fussed. And then, of course, Adam Smith is now out for a month following injury last time, which is unfortunate. But we have got Jack Stacey, who is more than capable of coming in to replace him. But anyway, that's enough talking. Let's just go. Let's see what happens in the meantime between this point and the fourth round replay, which I'm excited for. I think we've got a good chance of making a bit of progress. I think a bit of a cup run, obviously not necessarily the highest priority, but if we could do it, then financially would help. Of course, that's the other running theme. Our finances are, well, a bit bleak. We were back in the profit column because we sold Josh King, but that's all gone. It should be fine in the summer when we get the sponsorship money and when we get the rest of the prize money and all that sort of stuff. It should be fine. And obviously there's a lot of players we will probably move on in the summer if we can, but it would be nice if it was a little bit more healthy in the meantime. But this is I think this match is going to be quite interesting because we're back at home, which evidently we prefer than playing on the road. Actually, just check that. Have we actually lost at home this season? No, we actually are. Oh, we did, and we lost to Burnley. I take it. I was going to say we're actually unbeaten at home, but that's not true. But just one defeat at home, maybe about to be two, but just one at the moment. I think because we're so. I mean, we could lose every game between now and the end of the year and get relegated, but I don't think that's very likely. Because we're so safe, I feel like a bit of a cup run would be quite nice. Now, Simon Francis says he's no longer concerned about his playing time because no one wanted to sign him, which isn't true because you did reject a transfer, Simon. So that's kind of the main reason why you didn't go anywhere. But anyway, he's 34. He will be leaving at the end of the season, so I'm not really too fussed. Brad Smith as well accepts we made a concerted attempt to sell him, and as such is prepared to wait until the next transfer window before revisiting the issue. Well, I mean, to be honest, Brad, I'm not really bothered because you are exactly the kind of player I'd like to sell to raise a bit of funds. And now on the subject of transfers, this is related but slightly tangential. We've been doing this for 5 minutes. We've not gone anywhere yet. But I just wanted to check because I don't know whether we missed it. But what Brexit? I don't recall it actually coming up and telling us what it was. I might be wrong. I don't think it did. Because if we don't leave the European Union, then for all of the many obvious reasons in real life, but from a game perspective, that would be really nice because obviously we could get players from Europe without needing to worry about work permits. I mean, am I being blind? I don't know. Maybe it came up. I'll have to go back and watch because normally it's the start of January, which is when it comes through. I have to go back and rewatch that episode and sort of see if I just missed it, which is entirely possible because if you've watched any of this, if you've made it this far, I'm not particularly smart. Steve Bruce has been sacked by Newcastle. He's not done as well as he did in real life, where he managed to survive the entire season. But he's gone now in this fictional world where all the fixtures will actually be fulfilled on the intended fixture dates rather than being postponed because there's no unpleasantness. We just kind of feels weird being in a world without it. Anyway, Manuel Pellegrini now in charge of Southampton in this alternate timeline, and we're going to see if we can knock him out of the FA Cup. That would be quite nice. That would be quite nice. I don't know. I don't know what the Brexit outcome either is going to be or what it has been, and I just didn't notice. But if it could be one which either allows us to sign everyone from anywhere without work permits, or just the same as it already is, that would be nice. Right, anyway, there's the team. It's a pretty settled side. Obviously, Stacey in for the injured Smith, but he has been pretty good when called upon this season. Everybody else is as you would really expect. The midfield don't really get on too well, but they don't get on too badly. Same with Ake and Cook. They don't play amazingly well as a partnership, but they are pretty good. I obviously will bring Mepham back in when he's fit and firing, but that's going to take a little bit of a while. But yeah, the midfield is obviously a concern. Neither of these two really perform particularly well, Svanberg or Lerma, but better than everyone else we've got. And also now Callum Wilson finally is fit. Well, not fit. He has not been injured particularly, but finally in form and amongst the goals. But anyway, I fully expect you to keep our run going, our run of draws, and beat Southampton here today. If we can, obviously that would be really nice if we could do that. I'm not necessarily sure we will, but I think we've got a good chance. Great ball from Stacey, and Callum Wilson is in, and you'd expect him, given the form he is actually in at the moment, to bury that one. He has not done it though, and it's a chance for Southampton to come back into this and find an early goal. Still not even 10 minutes on the clock, and already 2 highlights. Thrilling stuff. But I mean, not like us at all. I don't know what we're doing. Normally it's just nothing happens and it's 0-0. Obviously in this instance that would mean extra time, and it would mean penalties, which I would have preferred if that was just the first game. Don't really want to do that if we can at all avoid it. Not that we have a crazy amount of fixtures, as Danny Ings misses a glorious chance for Southampton. We've apparently had all the shots on target, which is good, but we've not really seen too much. As Sandberg again, another chance for us. 4 shots on target now. We're dominating the main play. As I'm about to demand more before half time. No need though. No need. Harry Wilson with was it a header? Not something you necessarily expect from him. It is. It's a lovely flicked header from Harry Wilson. Very nice indeed from the Welshman. And, well, shockingly, we've got the lead. Of course, I mean, when we get David Brooks back, well, he's not unnatural on the left, as Nathan Redmond nearly scores. He's obviously left-footed, but I would like to get Harry Wilson back next year, whether it's on loan or whether it's permanently. I do like Harry Wilson a lot on FM and in real life too, but on FM I think he's very good, especially his set pieces. Not that we've really seen much of that this season, but I think I'd be quite happy to keep him if we could. And obviously we'd have 2 good left-footed players, but then you'd really want to be starting Brooks too. But I don't know. We'll see how it all pans out. But anyway, we are in control of this one with the lead, looking good. It'd be interesting to see if we can see this one out, who we get in the next round. I'd like a kind draw. Bristol City appear to be heading out. Nottingham Forest and Hull still in, but they're drawing. Arsenal may be heading out, losing to Wolves. Not that Wolves are particularly an easy team at all. Of course, we're counting our chickens here. There's still 15 minutes left, and I know this game very well by this point. And what will happen is Southampton will equalise. There we go. Shane Long, 4th of the season for him. Only 5 behind Callum Wilson. And we're going to look at his attributes in a minute. Look at this classy finish, side foot finish from Shane Long, who we will now view the attributes page of, in case you're unfamiliar with him. There we are. Premier League striker Shane Long, with his 11 finishing, 10 first touch, 10 composure. I have nothing further to add. Nothing further to add. We were celebrating, looking forward to who we were going to play in the next round. Well, we're not even going to be in the next round, are we? At this rate, 1-1. I mean, Southampton looking the liveliest of the teams. It's an unlucky break. Callum Wilson's in though. Callum Wilson, goodness me. That's not the kind of goal that a man who is only scoring his 9th of the season here in February is not what you'd expect from that. What a run from him. And the angle of the finish is exquisite. Callum Wilson in the rain here in Bournemouth, or Boscombe as it really is, in terms of the stadium anyway. Well, I was about to say, gives us the lead, puts us in a commanding position. Southampton nearly immediately equalise. But anyway, we survived. Harry Wilson on the left-hand side, ball across, a third would seal it, surely. You have to feel for Southampton. They have actually been very much in this game. Svanberg smashes home his first for the club. And that was a good finish from the Swede. And we've made no changes, which is partly indicative of how terrible most of the rest of the squad is. I mean, the power on that one against Alex McCarthy was something to be seen. And now it is surely safe for us. Now we could, I might take off Stacey, give them winning at 1 right back for the next month. Maybe not though. We'll take off Wilson, protect him. We'll take off the other Wilson, protect him, and we will take off. I mean, Stanislas got an assist. I didn't even notice that. We'll protect the entire front 3. Now they're actually playing well. And 4 minutes of added time. This one should be a formality, even with Shane Long on the pitch. Future Ballon d'Or winner Shane Long, I can only assume, at the age of 30, 31 or 32 or whatever it is. We're making life hard for ourselves. Pinball around the pitch. Eliasson gives it away. Redmond's in. Ramsdale is at least alive. Nathan Redmond on a 5.6, which is unfortunate for him, but there we go. For only about the 4th time this season we score 3 goals in a match. 3-1. Eddie Howe is not impressed by our attacking play. But we are through to the 5th round of the FA Cup. Arsenal do indeed go out to Wolves, but Chelsea make it through. Now the draw's already been made. I can't remember who it is. Who do we play? Burnley. I forgot the draw had already been made. But that's your draw for the 5th round. Burnley at home. Of course, the only team to beat us at home all season, so that bodes well. But interesting. United still there. Liverpool playing City. Spurs playing Chelsea as well, which is massive. Leicester and Wolves as well, although obviously Leicester are about to be relegated in the save. Everton, West Ham too. I mean, it's opening up. There's a chance for us here. There is a chance for us. Probably not much of one, but there is a chance for us. And it's just nice to get, nice to do. Callum Wilson continuing his excellent form that you would expect from a player of his pedigree on the game. And yeah, well, we've got Wolves in 4 days' time. And let's keep it up. Look at that. Look at that sequence of results. The stuff of dreams. We've scored 3 goals. 3 times. The fans don't know what to do with it. But they cannot believe it. They're so excited. I would imagine at this point Newcastle are going to be like, oh yeah, let's hire him. We're not wanted. Not wanted by them. I would have said no anyway, because this is a Bournemouth save. Yeah, no. Really, really encouraging. Really encouraging result. And pretty good draw for the next round, which I've completely neglected to sort of... Diego Rico's got flu. I'm going to leave him for the doctor, which is obviously a risk because he could infect other people. But if you send him home, he's not available, whereas he can probably play otherwise. Anyway, right, there's the Burnley game. We'll probably play that today, actually. If I just stop talking and just, go further, then we definitely will. We definitely will. I just wish, if we could just process a bit quicker. That'd be nice. Anyway, we're already up to the Wolves game. Here we are. Wolverhampton Wanderers in 7th place, right with us in the table. We're 6 points behind them. We're not going to catch them, which is probably good because I don't really want to qualify for Europe this season. I don't think we're ready for it in any way at all. We do have a major issue with squad depth, which I don't think we'll be able to necessarily fix in one summer particularly. So let's not qualify for the Europa League. Let's not qualify. Obviously, in some ways it would be nice, but I think overall, let's just not qualify for the Europa League. Let's just save the trouble and not do it. Okay, Leicester losing again. They are being cut adrift at the bottom. Brighton as well. I mean, again, it's a bit early to necessarily write them off. Brighton being managed by Eddie Howe. Oh dear. He's transfer listed Adam Webster, which is baffling. I really rate Adam Webster a lot in real life and on the game. I think he's a very good player. Some potential bargains to pick up here. Of course, we sold them Josh King. It's not helped them. He's on the bench, which really validates my point. But yeah, them and Leicester, if they go down, that would be huge. There's a lot of good players in those squads. But we'll wait until a bit closer to the end of this season just to confirm what's going to happen. Of course, Newcastle, the other team in the relegation zone, 3 teams, which would be very nice to go shopping to if the chance arose. Right, no need to change the team. Everyone's looking nice and fit, nice and fresh for this one, apart from Rico. He's got flu. He's going to be sitting on the bench. Hopefully he's wearing his mask so it doesn't infect the rest of the squad. I really hope so. Brooks, 3 weeks for him. Mepham, 3 weeks as well. It's exciting. We're counting down. It's like Christmas. 3 weeks to go. 3 weeks to go until David Brooks comes back from injury. Yeah, both my Welsh players that are injured there. Well, yeah, two of my Welsh players. Harry Wilson's Welsh as well, isn't he? Right, no changes to the team. No changes to the team. Get straight into it. Let's play some Football Manager. Okay, Wolves. They've got a man with no face up front. Leonardo Campana making his debut. He is Ecuadorian. They've signed him on loan. Oh no, he was loaned to independently. So he is actually their player. It doesn't appear to have been signed for any money or any fee at all. He's making his debut. They must have serious... I mean, Wolves' squad depth in Season 1 is pretty poor. I'm assuming that means that Jimenez is injured, right? Where's Jimenez? Am I being blind? Did they sell him? Oh, he's there. He's just not in the team. Oh, he's a little bit tired. I guess that's why. But they're going with this guy. I mean, he's really quick. He's good. Composure's not great, but he looks good. Just a bit of a strange one. that was clearly a mistake. Harry Wilson's confused. Maybe I tried speaking Welsh and he was like, what are you doing? One, I speak English, and two, that's not Welsh. That's just nonsense. But yeah, interesting. It'll be. Yeah, I mean, I'm assuming Jimenez is on the bench. He's not. He's not even on the bench. Baffling decision by the AI. I mean, the kid looks good, but he's not. I don't think he's particularly ready yet. I shouldn't have said that, should I? He's going to score a hat trick now. He's going to score a hat trick. Although I would put more money on it being 0-0 because that's just what we do. Unless it's the cup. We love the FA Cup. Love that. But 0-0. More likely. I mean, yeah, well, ball cleared well by Ake. Callum Wilson sort of trips over himself, but he manages to get away with it. He finds Stanislas. It was a good chance. They've got Daniele Rugani playing for them, which is very much the kind of transfer I could imagine happening with Wolves at the moment. But at the break, we've absolutely dominated the stats. We've only seen one thing, but we've dominated the shots on target, but still no breakthrough. We're looking pretty good though. Svanberg is tackled well by Pedro Neto, who gets the ball back from Diego Jota, who then misses the follow-up. But good chance for Wolves. That probably the best move of the game for either side. But it's still us looking in control. But Wolves coming forwards again. Looking maybe a bit more ominous. Vinegre with a fierce shot, which Ramsdale does well to stop. He has impressed me a lot this season. I wasn't convinced early on. But now I definitely am more convinced. I'm not sure how long he will be on number one. He's probably going to concede here. Now we're waxing lyrical about him. Not quite. Because there's definitely better goalkeepers out there. But it's definitely not a position I want to necessarily improve on anytime soon. Although probably backup-wise, well, definitely backup-wise, we've got Artur Boric, who's he's drawing his pension. Definitely need to change that one. This is another game that's just gone away from me here. This is why we draw every game 0-0, because I don't do anything about it. We've got Nathan Ake just defending, and then we just don't do anything to help him out up front. It is 0-0. I was right, and that's the main thing. Not the most boring 0-0 of the season. We've had worse 0-0s, and we're unbeaten. Jose Mourinho is watching this with a smile on his face, thinking that, wow, someone's going to take my record. 11 games undefeated in a row. Look at the draws. It's a thing of beauty. It's a thing of beauty. Right, Watford in 13 days. This isn't the international break, is it? This is the winter break. Ah, yes. It's the winter break. Well, anyway. I mean, probably nothing's going to happen. We might. Well, I'll go a little bit in, then I think sort of the second, like the next week or so, we'll just cut that, and if anything interesting happens, we'll say it. Otherwise, we'll save a bit of time and fit a few more games in. This doesn't take that much editing. If I'm just cutting one big block of nothingness, that's not a problem at all. Probably should do that more often, really. Then we might get through things a bit quicker. Okay, we are back. You missed basically nothing, although Harry Arter's got injured for a little bit. Nathan Ake picked up a very minor injury, which he's already got over, so that isn't really worth writing home about. And now Simon Francis wants to withdraw his transfer request. I mean, unless someone wants to sign you in China, Simon, which I don't think they do, will be nice, but you're being released at the end of the season, and no one can sign you now anyway, so completely meaningless. Jefferson Lerma making some progress, which is good to see. And we've got Watford now only in 3 days' time. Steven Gerrard is the new Newcastle manager. Good luck to him. Good luck to him. I mean, what I could have done in that time was to look up what happened with Brexit. Didn't want to. Too many bad feelings about that. Too many bad feelings. I'm sure we'll find out at the end of the season when I try and sign people, and they don't end up joining. Probably find out then. I hope it's not a bad one. And we'll just have to sign English players if that's the case. Players from Scotland. We'll scout the Irish Premier League. See if we can find any gems there. The next Seamus Coleman would be nice. Probably not going to happen though. Probably not going to happen. Anyway, Watford coming up. Lewis Cook making positive developments as well. We love to see it. Of course, we've tied him down to a new contract. We might get some interest in him in the summer. Obviously, everyone has their price. There's no one in the team who is sort of objectively beyond selling. Lloyd Kelly out for 2 to 3 weeks, which is very irritating, given how good he's been recently. He has probably been, along with I mean, yeah, he's making a real claim to be best player of the season. Well, I mean, best fullback of the season. That's what I was like, no, he's not as good as Cook. He's not as good as Callum Wilson has been recently. Not as good as Ake. But yeah, best fullback of the season. Give him that award. We'll bring in Diego Rico. And then Brad Smith on the bench. Why not? Fill your boots, Brad. Fill your boots. Chelsea looking to sign Milinkovic-Savic. Dybala looking to be off to Liverpool. Would love to rival either of those bids. I don't think we're gonna, unless Maxime Deman wants to get out his checkbook. I don't think we're gonna be matching those bids. Anyway, Liverpool playing City in the league. Probably is what is the situation at the top? I've already forgotten. Liverpool running away with it. Liverpool absolutely running away with it. And that's only helped them as they've beaten City 2-0. Can we beat Watford though? Which I think is really the main attraction. Definitely the main attraction. We'll put Kovalenko on the bench, kind of the forgotten man. Obviously, our signing last summer, £6 million, just been a bit rubbish, hasn't he? Compared to Svanberg, who's not been amazing, but he's been better. He's just been a bit rubbish. And if someone wants to come along in the summer and offer me £7 million, probably take it. But anyway, place your bets. Bournemouth, Watford. Is it going to be two relegated sides, of course, in reality? Is it going to be a high-scoring affair, or is it going to be a draw? I think it's probably... We might win this. I'm going to say 2-1. 2-1. And the goals are going to come from Harry Wilson and Jack Stacey. That's my prediction. Probably going to be wrong. Probably going to be completely and utterly wrong. Here's Watford. They're coming forward. Well, they've lost it. And here's Harry Wilson. Well, I mean, psychic much? We've scored. Harry Wilson opening the goal fest that this is not going to be, because it's going to be 2-1 to us. I mean, definition of a counter-attack. The ball from Callum Wilson is brilliant. Harry Wilson has so many defenders with him, and he manages to wriggle away and get it. Really, really impressed with Harry Wilson. Can we get him next season? We can. They want to pay a fee, but I mean, I don't know if it's going to let me do it necessarily, because it might not let me do it yet, but I want to do it, so we're going to do it. Get rid of this, and then just, go for it. Harry Wilson. Extended for another year, hopefully. I mean, imagine, I'm just going to do that transfer. Phone Liverpool up from the bench. Be like, we want to keep the guy that's just scored a great goal. Here come Watford for their one goal. Not quite. Rubbish. I mean, it's going well. We've scored. It's not a draw. We're winning. My prediction is dead right so far. We need Jack Stacey to make it 2-0, and they'll get a goal back at the end. Stanislas going forwards, trying to ruin everything by scoring himself. Oh my! What has happened there? Daniel Bachmann. Well, he's ruined my prediction, but I don't care. That was glorious. Right, Messina's on the ball. Pressure from Stanislas. Back heel to Chalobah, who... Oh my God. You're seeing this. That is recorded. And that justifies the whole series. That moment there. We gotta go. We have to go back. We have to go back. Right, hang on. Director. Look at him. He's playing the ball out. He's trying to get away with it. Let's slow this down. Let's slow this down. Right, Stanislas. We'll go forwards a little bit. Where we are. There we are. Right. Okay. From here. In fact, I don't know whether behind goal will actually be better. Yeah, let's go with this. Behind goal. All right. Adam Messina. He's thinking there's no danger. Plays a little bit of a back heel. Chalaba's like, yeah, no, this is absolutely fine. Gonna go back to my goalkeeper. And then Bachmann. What is he doing? What has he done? I cannot believe it. And what I'm thrilled by is that is actually for the AI. It's not for us. Brilliant stuff. Unbelievable. That is one of the best goals I have ever seen on this game. Right, let's get on with it. Goodness me. Daniel Bachmann with one of the worst pieces of goalkeeping I've ever seen. It's 2-0. This could be 2-1. It's not quite. Good defending. But, oh my goodness me. I mean, who knows? Who knows how that's happened? Svanberg to Stacey. Callum Wilson nearly scores. Svanberg nearly scores as well. That's a great save from Bachmann there. He's going to have a blinder from the rest of this one, isn't he? After what he's done. Goodness me. We're winning 2-0, which in the context of how we've been playing recently is a big shock because we're not drawing. We're not drawing a game. We've scored more than one goal, which, I mean, in a league match is basically unheard of. Basically unheard of. Watford not done yet. Rico's missed the header. Delafeu across, and Troy Deeney nearly scores. Very, very poor from Rico, but he manages to get away with it. Just about. Watford looking a bit dangerous here. Stanislas gives the ball away under pressure. And there's plenty of time for Watford to get back into this. They seem to have been sort of a bit buoyed up by the error from Bachmann, and they are doing their best to get back into it. So it's a poor clearing header from Stacey. Delafeu, there we go. Well, Jack Stacey's not scored, but he is involved in the play. 2-1 Watford. You can't say that's not been coming. Neither of our first choice fullbacks being featured today. It's a great header from Delafeu, but not ideal. We were looking in control. We were laughing at their goalkeeper, and now, I mean, Watford, they've got their tails up here. Delafeu, great play from him, and Troy Deeney scores. Delafeu is running the show, and now it's normal service. It's 2-2. The prediction's gone, and it's just a draw again. Lewis Cook, that time, beaten too easily. I mean, Delafeu is pretty good when he wants to be. But, yeah, we've been this one off, haven't we? Free kick, though. Harry Wilson. It's knocked down to Ake. Wilson gets it back. Beats Moralanas. Still going. Lovely pass from Cook to Stanislas, who puts it across. Jefferson Lerma hits the upright. And suddenly, from being in complete control, we are now potentially even going to lose this game. Which is what am I talking about? It's going to be a draw, isn't it? It's going to be a draw. Brad Smith on. I mean, Rico can't do any worse than Rico. Everyone else is playing really well. So it's just like, what's the point of changing them? I mean, Stanislas, I guess, off for Fraser. Not that he's been good at any point. We could go for it, but again, it's just kind of like, what's the point? Well, if we get away with that one. Good work from Svanberg. Callum Wilson away. And this one is going to either be a goal or it's going to peter out. Brad Smith looking to put the ball across. He's not played for ages. It's a lovely move. Jack Stacey does nearly score in the end, but instead Troy Deeney's in. It's a horrible mistake from Steve Cook, but we get away with it. And there might be one more chance. Harry Wilson's away, brought down by Decore, and I think that's going to be that. I mean, there sirens everywhere today. They're really on it. This is the joy of living in a city. But there we go. It's a draw. I know you're stunned. I'm stunned too. Incredibly action-packed. I'm going to have to say it was disappointing because it was. You binned off a 2-0 lead. And not for the first time this season. Not for the first time this season. Good work from Harry Wilson though. Harry Wilson hopefully joining us again next season. I'm not happy about that loan fee, to be honest, Liverpool. How much does that equate to? That's roughly... it's roughly... I mean, maths is not my strong suit. It's about, what, £2-3 million, which I guess is alright. I'd rather not pay anything for him if we could avoid it, but I guess that will do. I guess that will do. Right, anyway, enough chit chat. We've got Chelsea in a week's time, and then we're going to play Burnley in the FA Cup 5th round. We will be playing both of those matches today. One will probably be a defeat or a draw, and then the other one will have to be played to completion, because I believe the 5th round does not have anything other than extra time. Dan Gosling is unhappy at my lack of attempts to sell him, despite promising to find him a new club, and is considering, quote, taking matters into his own hands. What? He would like to talk to you about what you plan to do about it. I mean, I did offer you out. No one cared, Dan. You're taking matters into your own hands. What, you're going to find your own club? Okay, I don't care. I don't want you. I'm not bothered if you want to leave. I mean, none of these options is true. It was mostly that I just couldn't be bothered because I don't care in any way. We'll go with that one. No, we do need to discuss this. I'm not going to wait around forever. You need to offer me out to other clubs. I mean, okay. Fine. What a waste of my time. Dan, you know, just leave, mate. Literally, I didn't offer you out because I just didn't care. That's the answer to your question. Burnley have offered 9.5 million. Fine. I'm not bothered in any way at all. I literally could not care less, Dan. I could not care less. What a load of fuss, honestly. What a load of fuss. We probably could have got more money if I'd been playing that more properly. I don't care though. I'm player, like, when a player comes to me like that, he's like, you said you'd sell me. Why haven't you sold me? Like, because no one wants to buy you. I don't have time to be dealing with your little moaning little sods like that. I mean, we got 9.5 million out of it. If he doesn't reject the contract, which he probably will, which should help the finances a little bit. Help out the wage budget too. Well, no, it won't though, will it? Because it's February. So it won't make any difference whatsoever until the summer. But yeah, I mean, that's clearly the biggest issue going into next season. Harry Wilson will be a part of it, which is great. Squad depth is terrible. Starting 11 needs improvement, but it's all right. Squad depth is terrible. Jefferson Lerma, bid from Guangzhou, Evergrande, a lot of money, but like most bids from China, it's the 25th of February. Why would I sell someone from my starting 11 who I now can't replace? Please think things through, China. Please think things through. He has no interest in joining them. He could be persuaded, but there's no interest. He's 25. He's not great, but he's developed quite nicely this season. He's been consistent. But the most important thing, financially, is quite good. We could probably get 40 million out of them, which would be quite good. But it's the 25th of February. He would go now. Let's just look at this. It's immediate, isn't it? Yeah, immediate, because the Chinese window's still open. Therefore, we would be without one of our only competent midfielders for the rest of the season. for the sake of 40 million quid, which we're not even going to get. Oh, actually, we've got 75% made available. Well, I didn't think about that. But anyway, even still, it's irrelevant because he's not. We're not gonna. We can't replace him, and I can't. What, we're gonna go through the rest of the season with Philip Billing, and then Dan Gosling, who's already about to join Burnley. I don't think so. They'll be back in the summer. They'll be back. Harry Wilson, signed, sealed, delivered for another year. I'll take that. Good player to have. He's done well this season. Not necessarily the most consistent, but he's done pretty well overall. Scored a few important goals, some good assists. Hopefully his set pieces will become a bit more of a threat. But very happy to have him around, and not much of a fee. Probably sensible business. Not the most expensive transfer. Let's put it that way. Right, Chelsea coming up. They're in 6th. We're not far behind them in terms of table position, but we are quite far behind them in terms of points. Not going to be troubling European football this season. I think too many draws for that one. But probably for the best. If we could just process through this would be great. I want to play Chelsea, and then I want to play Burnley before this video becomes an hour. That would be good. Man City trying to sign Harry Kane, which you love to see. We've got Regen Day coming up, not too far away. Something to look forward to. That's probably going to be next time, I would expect. Almost certainly next time. And well, we know. I say it's something to look forward to. It's not, is it? We know it's going to be terrible. We know already. We shouldn't expect much from it. So, it's not exactly Christmas. Oh, would you look at this? Round of applause for the genius. Dan Gosling rejects the contract offer from Burnley. So you've come to me. This is like the 3rd time this has happened in this save. It's a Bournemouth exclusive. You've come to me, Dan. You've gone, oh, well, I can't believe you've not offered me out. I don't know what he sounds like. I think he's from Liverpool, isn't he? Did he come through the Everton Academy? Plymouth. Well, he spent a bit of time in Everton. Where was he born? Torquay. I don't know what they sound like in Torquay, I'll be honest. But he's come to me, and he's gone, yeah, I mean, like, you didn't offer me out. I'm going to take it into my own hands. So we offered him out. Sean Dyche came along with £9.5 million. 9.5 million English pounds for a guy who's been injured all season, who's not played, who isn't actually that bad from an attributes perspective, but 9.5 million. 9.5 million for a 30-year-old. And what's he done? He's rejected the contract. And it's not even the first time. Bloody Sermon did it, didn't he? Sermon rejected the contract, and someone else did as well in January. I can't remember who it is. I think he's probably gone now. Who was it? Someone else rejected a contract. I know they did. I know it. No, it was Sermon again. He rejected it twice, didn't he? Sermon did it twice. Now Gosling's done it. Absolutely sick of it. Sick to my back teeth of it. And now, look at this. Steve Cook doesn't seem himself at the minute. There's something getting him down. I think it might be to do with wanting a new contract. Oh, Steve. Poor Steve. Steve Cook. He's on £45,000 a week. And now he's feeling a bit sad because he wants more money. This is the same Steve Cook that tried to cause a mutiny in the dressing room because I wasn't playing him. The same Steve Cook who's now fine because he's being played because Chris Mepham got injured. Lost for words. He's not getting a new contract. Sort him out, Simon. It's not worked. That's worked though. Thank goodness for that, because I mean, if we had to actually negotiate a contract there, well, it wasn't happening, and I don't want him to get unhappy again. We've already done that once. Right, David Brooks is back. He's alive. Not ready yet, 82%. Not ready yet at all. Chris Mepham, though, is back. He's ready. Certainly for the bench. Not going to start yet. That seems an unnecessary risk. Adam Smith back as well. Brad Smith can feel hard done by. But yeah, Philip Billing back as well. Goodness me, it's a full... Everyone's back, apart from Charlie Daniels and Lloyd Kelly. Charlie Daniels is still out for 4 months. It's February. He's never playing football again, is he? Anyway, there's the team. We could bring Adam Smith back in. I'm going to bring Adam Smith back in. Otherwise, no changes. Let's go and do it. Chelsea at the Bridge. Probably either going to lose or it's going to be 0-0. I've just got that feeling. Got nothing to lose, though. Nothing to lose. Seriously, the idiot players that I've got to deal with here, by the way. I can't believe it. We're going to go cautious right from the start because they've already had 2 shots on target. It's worked for us well against City, against Liverpool. We've done pretty well against the top 6 this season. And, often it's been going on, playing on the counter. That has done it as they've scored. Tammy Abraham, as I say it, Memphis Depay playing for Chelsea now, and seems to be helping them. Sure, well, Steve Cook there. He wants a new contract. He does. Wants a new contract. Not getting one on that evidence. Svanberg, who has been really good this season, to be honest. He's injured. Billing's going to come on, which is not ideal. Not ideal. We've obviously not been resting too much, but then we've had quite a lot of time in between games to rest. This one's not going to be a draw, I don't think. Not going to be a draw. 2-0. Chelsea again. What is the point of that guy? Lewis Cook. No idea what he's doing. Unbelievable. Unbelievably bad. We might as well go for it if we're already 2-0 down. Go a bit more positive. Rico, not playing well. He did pretty well at the start of the season. Started off as first choice left back because everyone else was injured. Lloyd Kelly's come back in. Been really good. So I do think Rico probably not great. That was terrible, which it was. I don't really care if we lose the game, but we've done absolutely nothing and we've been completely outplayed. You can't tell them that was good. Yeah, clearly Rico's on a 6.3. Just get him off. We're going to have to we're going to shove Mepham on, and then we'll play Ake at left back because let's just try and keep it 2-0, I suppose. Not ideal, really. Not ideal at all. Of course, it's not the end of the world because, we don't want to do too well this season. Don't want to give the fans too high expectations. We're back in it. There you go. See, just set the bar low. We're back in it. Great work from Stanislas and Stacey as well, to be fair. Holds it up well. And then, the ball from Stanislas is brilliant. Harry Wilson celebrating, extending his loan with another header. 8th of the season for him. He's nearly on par with Callum. The Wilson's doing all the work for us. It's not going to be enough, I don't think. I think Chelsea are going to see this one out. But nevertheless, a little bit of fight for us at the end here. A little bit of fight for us. There's still 4 minutes. It could be on. Or not. There was a much better performance in the second half though. Much better. And we'll be nice and positive. Just keep everyone nice and happy. Svanberg out for 4 to 6 weeks with a twisted ankle. I mean, not ideal. It's normally just 4 weeks, isn't it? Why is it 4 to 6? Is it because our physios are terrible? I don't know. Anyway, we lose after 12 games undefeated for the first time in 12 games. We have not drawn. Or won, but mainly drawn. Obviously not ideal, but it's Chelsea away. What do you think is going to happen? Mikel Njoli has done his cruciate ligament on loan at Motherwell. Are they paying his wages? In which case he can stay there, because why would I bring him back? Why would I bring him back? Anyway, right, we'll rest everybody, and then we will end things off today by playing Burnley in the 5th round of the FA Cup. Can we make it past them? It'd be nice if we could. Bit of revenge as well, because Burnley have beaten us earlier on in the season, and just be nice to get back to have another win. It's been pretty good in terms of, well, I say that, so it's been pretty good in terms of wins today. We've won 1 game. I kind of thought we'd won the Watford game, but we didn't. We are just so good at drawing games. We nearly drew against Chelsea, even though we played terribly at the start of the game. Oh dear. Anyway, it's March. Financially, things are going okay. Not great. We can sell some Tyrone Mings clauses. It's not really worth it, is it? It's not like it's that much money. Sometimes it is really worth doing. I think sell-on clauses in particular, you can make some big money selling the sell-on clauses, because often they're calculated really badly, especially if it's percentage of next sale rather than percentage of profit of next sale rather than anything else. But anyway, FA Cup time, 5th round. This is getting exciting. We're in this. This is a chance we can win the competition. Artur Boruc getting some offers from Poland. He's 40 now. He's 40. If he doesn't retire, I'd be shocked. But he's going to be released. We're not. I don't want a 40-year-old backup goalkeeper. Not for me. Not for me, Clive. Yeah, definitely some work on the squad in the summer. It's going to be a long summer, I think. I like getting my business done quickly. Obviously, there's potential for free transfers after July the 1st and loans after July the 1st. But I like getting my business done early. We shall see. Right, so Strandberg's injured. Kovalenko can come in. He is at least comfortable there, even if his performances have been a bit poor so far this season. Lloyd Kelly still injured, which is obviously not what we want. Mepham, though, is coming back in because Steve Cook, I've got no time for him at all. David Brooks on the bench. I mean, he can't be worse than Ryan Fraser, can he? We'll put him on in place for Eliasson, because obviously he is left-footed, and I'm going to train him to play on the left, which I think he can do. He might not be a natural at it straight away, but we'll put him on there. So a couple of changes. Obviously it's a risk playing Mepham, but we're taking a risk. It's the FA Cup. You've got to take a risk. You've got to take a risk. Let's go straight into it then. We owe Burnley. Never really works. They've lost 4 of their last 5. Let's pile on the misery. Like you might pile on the pounds at Christmas. Let's pile on the misery against Burnley here today. If we could go through here, by the way, it would be great. As Burnley go close. Be really good. I think it's the 6th round is the quarterfinals, I think. I might have skipped a round there. It might be the round of 16. I'll be honest. I don't know. Anyway, Dean Court, I can only assume, packed to the rafters. And that is the kind of goal that they want to see. We'll zoom out a bit. See all the players more clearly. That was a brilliant strike, which I really want to see in 3D. Adam Smith across, beautiful. You don't want to sell that to China anytime soon, do you? Third of the season, and that was the best of the season, maybe even goal of the season from Jefferson Lerma. What a strike, and we've got the lead in the FA Cup 5th round. Brilliant header away from Mepham, justifying his inclusion. It's not done yet though. Not done yet at all. Dwight McNeil, so dangerous. Ball across is cleared, and now Lerma on his bike gives it to Mepham, who he can't run anymore because he's injured, and Ashley Barnes hits the post. That was concerning. I'm not sure why Mepham was deciding to play the ball out from the back like that. That's not what we do. We pass it from the back. We don't just go for a run. That's not ideal. We do survive for now, although Burnley coming forwards again, looking threatening. Goodmanson to Barnes, Ashley Smith, Adam Smith, not Ashley Smith, Adam Smith, getting away with it there. And now it's our turn to work it. Build it slowly. Kovalenko, good ball, didn't give it away. Rico, good ball, didn't give it away. Wilson to Wilson, doesn't work out this time. Maybe that's what Eddie Howe was going with when he signed Harry Wilson. I'll have 2 Wilsons on the pitch. And 2 Cooks as well. There's not another Smith, is there? Not another Smith. Anyway, we're getting all kinds of distracted. We nearly scored again. Didn't manage it this time though. We're looking good. It's a pretty even game though. Rico with some space, and there he is, Callum Wilson. Number 10 for him. He has reached double figures far later than we were hoping, but he's finally remembered what his job is. Wouldn't have thought it before, but he's done it now. Nick Pope, by the way, what the hell was that? Literally just, he went to catch it, and animations are weird. Corner comes in, could be 3. Lewis Cook, Lerma, Kovalenko. It's a long time coming. Maybe this is his chance. Maybe the injury to Svanberg, he can come back in the team after some time away. He didn't perform well at the start of the season. Maybe that's his chance. That's a lovely strike from our 6 million man from Ukraine. Kovalenko makes it 3, and this is done. This is done. We are through to the quarterfinals. I say that as Ashley Westwood immediately scores, grabs the ball. He's keen to get. I mean, there's 20 minutes left. Why did I say that? Why am I so stupid? Look, there's no words. There's no words. Lerma gives the ball away. Where's this going to go? Chris Wood knocks it down. Lerma picks it back up though. Mepham to Cook. Adam Smith racing down the right hand side. Ball across. Callum Wilson. What was I fearing? What was I fearing? Never have any doubt about that. Adam Smith ghosting through his man. Gets a bit lucky. The shimmy from Lerma there. He was fully involved at every stage. And Callum Wilson with a dead-eyed finish. And now surely we are through. Mepham's going to come off though, because we don't want him getting injured. Probably Smith as well, and probably Kovalenko. We'll leave it a little bit. Yeah, Smith off for Stacey. And then Kovalenko's fitness is fine. It's just his sharpness that's the problem. It's not ideal. Stanislas is who we're going to take off. So no David Brooks. I don't trust David Brooks. Yeah, he's still on 92% conditioning. Good enough for the bench, but he's not going to come off the bench today. Don't want to risk him. Chris Wood's offside. Not going to count. Cheating. Not playing by the rules. And that was amazing, because we've scored. Jason, it's brilliant. We've scored 4 goals in a game. That's never happened before. Lerma, 2 from Wilson, 1 from Kovalenko. I think that's right, isn't it? We've so rarely scored 3. Yes, for the first time in the save. Even the friendlies, for the first time, we have scored 4 goals in a match, and what a way to end things off. It's not going to be the end, because we've got to watch the draw. We've got to watch the draw. Who are we going to be playing in the quarterfinals? I think. I hope that's right. We are through. Is it the quarterfinals? It is the last day of the FA Cup, and we're the first game up. We've beaten Burnley 4-1. Let's look at the next, well, the rest of the fixtures. Then we'll look at the draw and see who we get. Some big teams going to be knocked out. We've already seen, some big teams will be knocked out because they've been drawn against each other already. There we are. Yeah, Liverpool and City, one of them will go. Spurs and Chelsea, one of them will go. Everton, West Ham, Leicester and Wolves. Let's see if we can get some good results. If some big teams can get knocked out here, that would be just beautiful. We'll probably end up against whichever one of the big teams survives. But who knows? Right, Palace beat Forest. Everton beat West Ham. Leicester beat Wolves. Leicester in the relegation zone in the Premier League, don't forget. Not quite bottom anymore. They've recovered quite a lot, actually. Now 5 clear of Brighton. They're on the cusp of staying up. But still, Liverpool crushing City 5-1. They're looking ominous. Man United battering Stoke. Watford beat Swansea. And Chelsea beat Tottenham. So still plenty of teams in there. Klopp leads what? What? Oh, that was 4 days ago. Why am I seeing that now? Why is this here? I just like, how have they played both those games at the same time? I guess it's just gone weird because they played City in both. Who knows? Anyway, right, let's see the draw. Who are we? This has been a weird episode. Who are we going to be playing in the quarter-final? If we can avoid United, Liverpool or Chelsea, that would be really nice. That would be really, really nice. Simon Francis, 4 to 5 weeks. He won't be playing again. Right, here we go. Yeah, let's avoid Chelsea, let's avoid Liverpool, let's avoid Man United, Leicester, Palace, Watford, Everton. I mean, all Premier League teams. Who are we going to get? United out first, and they face Everton. Okay, 2 big guns left. Chelsea, Liverpool would be great. We're out next, and it's Leicester. Okay, I'll take that. That's pretty good. Chelsea will not play Liverpool, which means it's Watford, Liverpool, Chelsea, Palace. Would have been better if if 2 of these 3 teams were drawn against each other. But it can't be helped. We've at least got a decent draw. We probably won't win it. We probably won't win the competition. But that's a winnable quarter-final. Leicester at home. They're struggling in the relegation zone. Who is their manager now? Eusebio De Francesco from Sampdoria. Okay, well, interesting. That will be next time. We've got Southampton and Burnley again. We played them today. We're going to be playing them again. Then Leicester in the FA Cup quarter-final. Then we'll probably just do what we did today and skip over the international break. And then we'll probably play at least Tottenham, maybe Man City as well. It's amazing. It's just been such a weird season. The amount of draws we've had is more than I've ever had with any other team in any season before, I think. Crazy stuff. But we're into the FA Cup quarter-final. The league is looking nice. Not amazing. We're in 8th. We could finish quite low down. We do still only have 39 points. We're not mathematically safe yet. But to all intents and purposes, we are. We could get into Europe. I think that's pretty much gone now. Which, to be honest, is something I'm fine with because we're not ready for it. The squad's not good enough at all. But yeah, Not bad anyway. Not bad anyway. Thank you very much for watching. Leave a like, subscribe, all that sort of nonsense. If you've made it this far, give yourself a pat on the back as well. And I'll see you for more rambling nonsense next time. Goodbye.